Hey, so I have some good news. I'm doing a book tag today. Another book tag. I do a lot of book tags, and it's called the Unpopular Opinions book tag. And I was actually tagged. Okay. I was actually tagged earlier in April by RayKayBooks, which is a really good channel, by the way. I love watching their channel. And I was tagged early in April, so it's been over a month, basically. And I feel kind of bad that I didn't know because I thought I thought with tagging I'd be notified or something like that. Um, but I know I wasn't notified, so I was watching them do the Unpopular Opinions book tag, and when she said she tags all the people in the description, I saw my name. Um, and it was really cool. I didn't think I could ever be tagged. The first of all, they RayKayBooks, you don't subscribe to me. I so I figured that you have to subscribe to these people, but no, I was actually tagged, so that's and it was really flattering. I feel kind of bad though because it was so long ago, but I'm doing it now. I'm doing it now, and RayKayBooks, I'm gonna let you know about this segment. So yeah, it's actually tagged. So the first question is name a popular book or series that you didn't like. And I'm not gonna say this is popular because I don't think a lot of people know about it, but it's called Duplex, and it's by Catherine Davis, and I just finished this book, and a friend recommended it to me, and I don't want to tell him I didn't like it, but that's another story. I this it was written like a collection of short stories. I think it had one main story, but it read like several short stories, and so yeah, but it's still a novel. But too many. It seemed like new characters kept popping up as you read the book, and um, yeah, so like new characters appeared. Other characters you first heard of just faded out, and it was hard to tell what was going on exactly because this really, I don't think it followed one main plot, and yeah, it was a little hard to read, but I got through it. I kept pushing myself, and I stuck it out. But yeah, I don't think I liked it. Number two is a book or a series that everyone seems to hate, but that you love. Okay, I'll just say it's Dear John again by Nicholas Sparks. I don't think well, everyone I don't think everyone hates Nicholas Sparks. It's just that he's not on that much, and I think, yeah, I think it's because he's always writes sad books, and yeah, so I don't think a lot of people are that into him. But I loved this so much. I loved it so much. Um, if you ever I know Nicholas Sparks writes lots of books where he's always killing a character off. And if you're gonna read this, get some tissues. And it's not just about the death of characters. It's about um, John's. It's just about how John goes through. Just get some tissues when you read this. Just cry. I want to see you guys cry when you read this. I love this. I don't know if a lot of people don't like Nicholas Sparks. He doesn't get as much acknowledgement as, say, J.K. Rowling, but still, I don't. It's a book that I don't think a lot of people read. So, question three is a book with the love triangle where the character ended up with the person you did not want them to end up with. I Heart New York by Lindsay Kelk. Okay, I'm gonna reveal a spoiler alert here. Angela was dating Tyler and Alex. I liked Tyler. I liked him much better for her. She and Alex was all right. I wasn't that much into him. I think he could have done better. Maybe get a makeover or something like that. Make him look more presentable and less kind of sloppy. Angela picked Alex, and I was so irritated when the book ended. I liked the book, I did, but I did not like that she ended up with Alex. I think she goes to Paris with him in the sequel, which I still have yet to read, and it's called I Heart Paris. And I think Tyler is out of the picture by then, and I really like Tyler so much for her, but no, she had to pick Alex, the sloppy one, the one that needs a makeover. I don't know exactly what he's gonna do in I Heart Paris, but still, I did not like how this ended, but I did like the book. But when she broke up with Tyler, then I got a little bummed out about that. Yeah. Number four is a popular genre you hardly reach for, and I'm gonna say horror. I'm not a horror person. I have a copy of Dracula actually, um, but I only read it around Halloween just so I can get scared. But ordinarily horror is not my genre. I saw The Exorcist and oh my god, and Psycho and Silence of the Lambs. I'm not a horror person. Um, I mean, I like getting scared, I do, but I can't watch or read something that's horror all the way through. I just like the jump of getting startled and flinching, but not something if it's continuously horror and um like something I have to like block my eyes from or something. So it's not my thing. Number five is a popular beloved character you don't like. And I'm not gonna say I don't like. I just never got into this. But it's and I'm putting up a picture over here. And it's Katniss Everdeen. It's of Jennifer Lawrence. It's the Jennifer Lawrence version. And I don't want to say I'm not into I don't want to say I don't like it. I just never got into the Hunger Games. I'm sure I'll watch the movies someday, and the same goes with Divergent. I'm sure I'll watch Divergent someday, and Hunger Games and Game of Thrones, but I don't think I'm going to read the books. Just because I like standalone books. I don't want to read series, and I couldn't think of a character I don't like. I'd have to maybe think more about that. I just know these days it's Katniss Everdeen or some of the Hunger Games characters, and um, yes, I just never got into them. But I'm not gonna say I don't like them unless I may do see the movies and then I realize I don't like the characters. But I'll wait till to see if that'll happen. And now I'll move on. Okay, number six is an author you can't seem to get into. And I'm gonna put up a picture here of Stephanie Perkins. Just because and it's the same thing RayKayBooks said. They also said Stephanie Perkins. I I read Just One Day, and I read that it was by Gail Forman, and I I just think those books about Anna and Isla, and I think there are three books, but they just seem so similar about a high school graduate who yeah, just about a and Lola. I think another is Lola. I just know the names of the main characters. I know it's Anna and this and Lola and this. But I think that all the books are about a girl graduating from high school and getting for her gift. It's a trip to Europe, and it's her graduation gift. Is what I was trying to say. And I don't know. And then she meets a guy, but they just seem way too similar and kind of bland. And I read Just One Day, and it seems like the books like that are it's sort of about well, Just One Day starts out where the girl's in Europe because for the summer after she graduated high school because it was a graduation trip, and I think yeah, there's elements about that are similar, and I just don't think I'd want to read it. It seems a little cliche too, a little cliche and bland, and all those Stephanie Perkins books. I don't think I would pick them up. Number seven is a popular book trope that you don't like. And I think a trope is something that happens, common things that happen in books and literature and stories. And for this question, it's things you don't like about them. And for me, it's that characters die, especially good characters. I have a example, and it's Maine by J. Courtney Sullivan, and the character of Daniel, he was the patriarch of the family, and every time there's a scene with him or that his name is brought up, it's a flashback every time you see him, and um, I just don't like but before then he's alive and happy and such a good man and a good father, but he's there through flashbacks. His character dies. I'm sorry if that sounds like a spoiler, but it's something that really bothered me about this book. And he's such a good character and really, really good character. And I haven't really read a book where the villain dies, unless it's a superhero book or a comic book or something. But the characters that I've seen die were good, and I loved them, and they didn't do anything wrong. And it's I just hate when that happens. It really gets to my heart. I don't cry or anything like that. I promise I don't cry, but still, it really in a metaphorical way breaks my heart, and I just don't like when that happens. I'm gonna move on. Okay, number 8 is popular. It's similar to the author one where I said Stephanie Perkins, but this time it's a popular book or series that you have no interest in reading. And I'm gonna say Game of Thrones. I'm sure there's other books that I don't I see a lot in bookstores, but I don't wanna read them. But I'm gonna say Game of Thrones specifically because, and I this doesn't mean the show. I'm sure I'm gonna see the TV show, but um, as for the books, they're so long, and I have a thickness factor about books. And I think that one of the books is, I think they're all each 700 pages, roughly 700 pages, and I'm sure I've read 700 pages. But that was combined of a lot of books. But if it's one story, one book that's 700 pages, I don't have the patience to read that, let alone a series of 5 books like that. And it's not about the characters dying thing, as I did in the previous question, because I don't know if they're good characters or villainous characters in Game of Thrones. This is the fact that they're so thick, and I don't have the patience to read them, and it would take so long to read. I mean, I love reading, but I'd rather just stick with a book that's no more than 5 or 400 pages, and yeah, they're just too long. They're just too long. So number 9 is the last question, and it's said that the book is always better than the movie. But what movie or TV show do you prefer over the book? And I said Sideways, and now I love this movie, and I read the book, and I love that too. But I think I would prefer the movie because I saw the movie first. I saw it first a few times, and then I found the book in a bookstore, and I loved it. And, but no, I say the movie is better because the movie changed some things, and it changed what some of the characters look like. And there was a scene in the book, a big major scene that was not in this movie, and I don't think I'd have to read the book again to see where it would have come in the movie if they wrote it, but if they wrote it in. But no, I like this. I love that book, and I love this, but I think I prefer this one more because I saw it first, and saw it a few times before I read the book, and I've gotten used to how the plot was laid out here, and only read the book once. So yeah, I'd say this one, and the performances are really good too. I love the acting and the writing and things, and this is one of my favorite movies. So that was the Unpopular Opinions book tag. I was tagged by RayKayBooks, and it's by 2 girls, Rachel and Kate. And Rachel's the one that did the Unpopular Opinions book tag and tagged me. And thank you, Rachel. I really appreciate that. And it was created by the Book Archer. and both of those videos are down there in the description as well as the questions. So yeah, really, it was it was just interesting that I was tagged. I wish I was notified of it, and I wish I was found out a month ago. So but you know, I am known to be a procrastinator. So maybe Rachel, maybe you might have thought I procrastinated, but I did it now. And if you're watching this, and thank you for tagging me. So yeah, I hope you guys subscribe, and I hope RayKayBooks, I hope you subscribe too. You'd love my channel if I talk about books, and I'll see you guys soon.